So anyway, wife's had about enough of my bullshit. So we're about to get out of here, but I said, but I want to do one more thing. And she relented. So I'm going to do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to, one, strong hand and weak hand, and when to do both on a pump action 12-gauge shotgun. Anyway, I'm going to don my Peltor range guards, and I'm going to go get my 12-gauge. Anyway, getting back on the subject of tactical shoots. So, I don't think I've actually ever done a review on my belt gear. So this is another one I haven't had a chance to review yet or really do anything with yet. This is the Opsol MIDI clip. So that's another story for another day, but I'm going to take it out. It's going to just jack me up today. Anyway, belt gear. Basics. The Tactailor modular padded belt. I realized that there's newer things out there. Fitting, plus or minus. The nice thing about them is they're not particularly expensive. They're about $50. So I like it. I find it's comfortable. I've literally been wearing it all day. Breakout. This is a BDS multi-fit holster. I don't remember what the part number is or what the actual model number is. Multi drop leg adapter. This is a Korean first aid pouch. This is a Sandpiper of California. Technically a magazine pouch, but it nicely fits. Nice dog multi. Next up we have a flashbang pouch. The flashbang pouch contains a tourniquet and a battle dressing. I don't remember who makes this, but this is a single. What would that be? That would be a single M4 mag pouch. Radio pouch made by Tag, and Tag pistol magazine pouches. Anyway, so what we're here for is we're here to talk about where the shot shells go. That's where the shot shells go. So the first thing I'm going to cover is weak hand loading. Weak hand loading is what you have to do is you have to take and, you know, I'm not going to do weak hand loading first because I don't like weak hand loading. Here's the reason why I don't like weak hand loading. So there's a tendency when people are weak hand loading to do this. And then they take the shells and they kind of do that. And then they kind of do that. Now, I'm practiced at this. So it's not that big a deal. I'm used to it. I don't like it, but I'm used to it. One of the bigger problems I often see when people are doing weak hand loading is they're kind of doing one of these and they're kind of fiddling around for more shells. And it just doesn't work out that well. So what I like to recommend is strong hand loading. Strong hand loading, you take your weak hand, you hold the gun, you take the shell, you put it in, you run it forward. Now you need to take and put more shells in, dump the gun over, now gravity is holding that in there. Since gravity's holding in there, you can orient other shells, you can move your hand around, you can just take and use your thumb to put more shells in. Let's shoot these real quick. So, I am right right-handed, so let me get my sling back in place, and I'll show you an alternative when it comes to weak hand loading. Now, one advantage when you're using a full-on sling to support the gun is that you don't need to use your weak hand to support the gun. This makes weak hand loading a little bit better. Not much, but a little bit. So for weak hand loading in this case, you can drop the shell in, and in a muzzle down configuration. Some people like muzzle up. When you've got a sling like this on, it doesn't work. So now you can engage targets. I'm literally just shooting at a wooden post. Where strong hand loading, I botched that one. So, hopefully you guys can see that it's a little bit faster to do a strong hand in this circumstance. I like strong hand, one, because I've got more space over here on my belt. This other side is really busy with a lot of stuff, so I don't like doing weak hand. And the other reason why I like running, people might give me guff for running slings like this. I don't care, I like it. Not the guff, running the sling this way. And it's really getting windy. Hopefully you can still hear me. So I hope that kind of covers the basics of strong versus weak hand loading. You can deal with the slight. I don't really recommend doing weak hand loading if you don't have to. Strong hand loading is much faster. You have much more dexterity in your dominant hand in order to put more shells in the gun. And honestly, when it comes to doing things with a shotgun, the number one thing is being able to put more ammo in this thing. That's the name of the game. Being able to shoot it well doesn't actually matter as much. I'm going to show you one other trick. So, free gun style. Free gun style still uses a strong hand load. And what they'll do is they'll take two shells, like this. They'll get them started. So boom, I just put two shells in. Hold on. Let me do two more. Now these guys a lot of time are using these kind of clips that fit down here on the belt. You just take two. I'm not very practiced at it. There are people who are that are just like whoop. Let's try again, two more. So the problem I'm having is that because my shotgun isn't ramped, it doesn't quite work as well. So the other thing you can do with strong hand is you can unload the gun pretty easily. Well, I don't want to fuck around too much. See how I did that? So I'll start again. So 2 rounds. And then you come up. Boom, boom. That's pretty easy, but let's say you need to change a shell. So let's say, I don't know, have you ever been to a match where they went from birdshot to buckshot to slug, and your magazine tube was already topped off? So it's like a lot of people run like, you know, Benelli M3s or something like that. The Benelli M3, one of the things it has is it has a magazine cutoff. So you can run the magazine cutoff, change out the shell, and then start over. Honestly, this is an ancient Mossberg 500 shotgun that I painted. I didn't even Cerakote it, I painted it. I put a Hogue stock on it, and I put the heat shield on it. One thing I do recommend if you are doing combat shotgun stuff, put a heat shield on it. There's one reason why. You flip the gun over like that, you don't have that heat shield on it, you're burning your hand. And then, let's say you need to do a quick ammo change, your mag's full, boom. And then right back in with with the proper shell. Okay, so I got a couple shells left. So I'm going to show you a couple of quick loading techniques on it. We'll shoot it, and we'll just shoot the rest of the ammo I got in my pouch. And clear. So, what's the takeaways? Strong hand loading better. Weak hand loading, well, it's weak. Don't do it. The other thing about it is that if you're trying to do weak hand versus strong hand and trying to decide which one's better, if you grab something in the middle, you can move it around a lot better than you can when you're holding it at the end. So, basic math for kids who played with sticks. I need to go through, clean up my brass, and get out of here. I really hope the video on this one came through, and you can understand what I'm talking about without hearing too much wind noise, because right now, in my windsocks, all I hear is... I'll try to finish the rest of the reviews I got going. I think I've got enough video for them. So, stick around. I'll be back. Enjoy. Hope you learned something.